Quora was once a breath of fresh air on the internet. I remember finding it and thinking that this is our new Yahoo Answers. Somehow Quora felt better as there were high quality answers from experts and the best one upvoted to the top, and I liked the user experience. While doing my research for this video, I thought that Yahoo Answers are long gone, though it's still there. Somehow Yahoo Answers have gotten out of favor on Google search. Anyways, going back to Quora, the thing that I love most about the site is the subscription to topics and getting a newsletter every week with the best questions and answers. After using Quora for a bit, I realized that by writing high quality answers, you can promote your websites. Though, after giving it a try, I concluded that it is a lot of hard work. And luck plays a big part, as with even writing the best answer, it won't necessarily rise to the top and generate traffic. What if you could be on the other side and make money? Well, Quora wanted to grow and started engineering a way how to incentivize action on the site. And they didn't go the route you would expect. They decided to incentivize the question askers, which at first for me seemed like an interesting idea, which it is, but after closer examination it has a ton of flaws. Don't get me wrong, I'm a curious person and I like to ask questions. It seems like the easiest job on the planet, but it isn't as good as it sounds. From their move, it seems that their goal is to have every single question asked on Quora and they are willing to pay for it. This is quite smart as 8% of Google searches are questions. Though I wonder if Google is going to bankrupt Quora with the rich snippets. Time will tell. So, before we dive into the problems of Quora's partner program, let's take a look at how it works. To get into the Quora partner program, you need to live in the US, UK, Australia, India, or some other country from the accepted list. The program keeps expanding and adding new countries from time to time. You should check if your country is on the list. Then you need to get an invite to join the program. I have heard claims that people get invited after 2 or 3 months of using Quora, though it's pretty much luck-based. Or you can buy an account like I did to test this out. Once you're in, you can start writing questions and generate revenue from them. Though it's not that easy to get your questions published. There are already thousands of people in the program asking questions daily, and you need to think hard to come up with a unique question. On the front page they have a goal meter to ask 10 questions a day, which, believe me, isn't an easy task. Weirdly wording your question will get it published, but it will be quickly merged or deleted. Not sure if you can get in trouble if all your questions get merged all the time, but there's no benefit of publishing them anyways, as you only get paid for the good questions. The calculations of how much you get paid are kind of a mystery. I had one of my questions make around $90 in 2 days, and after that, it made nothing at all. Also, a couple more questions made me around $10, while the majority of my questions are making pennies or nothing. If you have a blog and you run Google AdSense, you kind of imagine how your revenue comes in. It comes in evenly, sometimes a bit more if you get more clicks, sometimes a bit less, but you get all the data you need to understand how well you are doing. With Quora though, I have no idea how it works. Some questions have a bunch of impressions and no revenue. Some very little impressions but have a lot of revenue. So transparency is something that isn't here. My guess is, if the traffic you generated leads to a sale, then you might get a commission. But I haven't seen this confirmed anywhere. Also, it's worth noting that your questions only generate revenue for 1 year. As we don't really know how much we get paid, the rate can change without anyone ever noticing, so you are definitely on the losing end in this partnership. So, what problems arise from this program for the Quora user experience? Firstly, there's a ton of spam questions. The top writers get bombarded with notifications to answer questions, and most of them are pure spam, asking nonsensical things. This leads to losing the honest people that answer questions in the first place. I know Quora wants to have all the questions, but they are useless without the answers, and boy, the answer quality is dropping as well. If you're smart, you don't want to answer spam questions, you want to answer genuine ones. But since this is becoming a business, you as a question answerer need to be incentivized as well, and you kind of are, as you can have links back to your websites, etc. Though the problem is that you will only be answering questions that are beneficial to you, and all the marginal questions get asked and are unanswered or answered without giving any thought to it, which is kind of the same. So, is the Quora partner program legit? Well, it is, but it's very shady to me. You don't get enough data to grasp if your questions are doing fine or not, and it's not clear based on what do you get paid. And it's probably going to stay like this, as there isn't much benefit for them to be open about their procedures. And how much can you get paid from Quora in a month? Well, they share their top earning Quora partner stats, and they range from $2,000 to $5,000 per month. But these are the top of the top. My personal results, not counting in the few lucky questions that struck gold, is just around $1 a month. Obviously, the difference between me and the top guys is that they are likely spending at least several hours a day pumping out those questions. And I, on the other hand, just go through my day, and if I get curious about something, I then create a question. So, it depends on your effort, but honestly I don't really like the program, as you have very little control over this. With time, Quora can just decide to close the program, so as with most of the things in life, you need to diversify and not rely too much on a single site for your income, especially when it's not super transparent from the get-go. Are you in the Quora partner program? Have you made any money from it? Let me know how it went for you in the comments below.